Wait. Welcome to our step-by-step Manila International Arrival Guide. I'll be focusing mostly on NAIA or Ninoy Aquino International Airport, which is the primary gateway to Manila. But most of the steps here are also applicable to other international airports in the Philippines like Cebu and Clark. So, let's do this! Hey there, Port Traveler! I'm Yosh and I'm here to guide you through the arrival process here in the Philippines. But first things first, this video will be in Tagalog or Taglish. But if you want a version that is fully in English, we will publish one on our English channel called Worth It Wonders. Subscribe to that channel and ring the bell so you're notified when it's up. Or you can visit the article version of this video. It will also be in English. Just look for it at theporttraveler.net or check out the pinned comment for the exact link. For this video, magtatagalog muna tayo. Okay, so unahin na natin kung ano yung mga bagay na dapat i-prepare mo bago kayo pumasok sa Pilipinas. Siyempre, kung Pinoy ka or Philippine passport holder ka tapos uuwi ka sa Pilipinas, ang kailangan mo lang talaga is passport and e-travel. Mamaya natin i-discuss yan. Pero if pinapanood mo yung video na to para sa kakilala mo na gustong pumunta ng Pilipinas tapos foreign national siya, alamin nyo rin yung mga visa restrictions. Although most nationalities do not need a visa naman to enter the Philippines. Under Executive Order 408, citizens of these 157 countries can visit the Philippines visa-free provided na, number 1, yung stay is not exceeding 30 days. Number 2, yung passport nila ay valid for at least 6 months beyond the period of stay sa Pilipinas. And number 3, meron dapat silang outward bound na ticket o yung ticket palabas sa Pilipinas. Marami namang resources online. Pwede kayong pumunta sa DFA na website para malaman nyo kung ano yung visa requirements para dun sa kakilala nyo na gustong pumunta sa Pilipinas. Pero, and isa itong malaking pero, some details are different for some nationalities. For example, Brazilian and Israeli nationals can stay for up to 59 days. Tapos, Indian nationals naman, on the other hand, can stay up to 14 days for tourism or business purposes, pero required sila to present confirmed hotel accommodation booking and proof of financial capacity, bukod pa doon sa exit or onward ticket. So to be absolutely certain, contact your Foreign Affairs Department or yung Philippine Embassy or Consulate dun sa area kung saan magagaling yung friend nyo na yon for the updated policies. Anyway, the next step is to accomplish the e-travel form. Ano ba tong e-travel form na to? Well, it's mandatory for everyone traveling to the Philippines. Whether Pinoy ka na uuwi or foreign visitor, kailangan mong gawin to. This is required na maisubmit prior to your entry. Yung form kasi na to serves as the immigration arrival card, customs declaration form, and health declaration form all in one na. You can fill this out online. Pwede mong bisitahin yung official website na etravel.gov.ph or i-download yung eGov.ph na app. Tapos sa app na yan, meron dong may icon na travel, i-click nyo lang yon tapos pindutin nyo yung e-travel form. Kailangan mo ng email address para makapag-fill out nitong form na to. If gawin mo siya sa web browser, just click on sign in, tapos itap mo yung create an account and enter your email address. The form will ask for your personal and travel details, kasama na dyan yung flight number, yung dates of your stay, where you will be staying. Kunwari, di ba, kakilala mo na bibisita sa Pilipinas, kailangan nilang sabihin kung ano yung hotel address or saan siya magsistay kung walang hotel, kunwari kakilala, ganyan, and ano yung purpose ng trip. Para sa ating mga Pinoy or Philippine passport holders, dun sa purpose of travel, ang pipiliin natin is returning resident. It will also ask you to list down all the countries na napuntahan nyo within the past 30 days and whether nagkasakit ka ba recently or nagka-encounter ka with a sick person, ganyan. It will also ask you to declare restricted items na ipapasok mo sa Pilipinas kung meron. Kapag okay na, nasubmit mo na, it will generate a QR code. pwede mong i-download ito or i-screenshot mo. You'll also receive this via email. May mga airline check-in agents na nagtatanong, hinihingi nila basta parang gusto nilang makita yung QR code na to. Pero meron ding mga airlines na hindi naman sila nag-bother. Pero mas maganda na gawin nyo na to before yung pag-check-in nyo sa flight papunta sa Pilipinas kasi baka hingin. Tandaan na itong e-travel is completely free of charge. Walang bayad. If yung website or app na ginagamit nyo ay bigla kayong siningil, ibig sabihin, scam yan. Kasi free ito. You don't need to pay for anything. So yun. So that's pretty much it for e-travel. Now, let's talk about what to do at the airport upon arrival. But wait. Before that, commercial break muna tayo. Kung meron kayong upcoming trip and wala ka pang hotel, tamang-tama kasi you can get up to 6,000 pesos off when you book with Agoda. Just visit www.thepoortraveler.net/agoda to automatically save yung discount code na yan sa account ninyo, sa Agoda account, or use our promo code AGODATPT. So, paano ba gamitin? Kung sa app, Agoda app, pagka-open mo, may makikita kayo na bottom menu. Hanapin niyo yung deals, tap niyo yon, tapos sa next page, meron kayo makikita na coupon field. I-enter niyo lang doon yung Agoda TPT. Then after mong makapili ng hotel and room, as usual, di ba, pag nagbo-book ka, pipili ka ng hotel, and kapag checkout na, dun sa checkout page, enter Agoda TPT again. Kailangan all caps, and yes, kailangan mong i-enter siya, bali 2 beses. Yung una is to save it to your account, and pangalawa is upon checkout. Kasi yung iba, parang, hindi gumagana. Kasi nakalimutang i-save. It will give you 8 to 10% off, maximum of 100 USD or 6,000 pesos based on current exchange rate. So, ang laking discount niyan, lalo na if you're booking multiple nights or kung group kayo, pang maramihan. Doon siya magandang gamitin kasi mas malaki yung bill mo, mas masasagad mo, mas mamamaximize mo. Pero okay lang kahit maliit kasi you can use this code for up to 5 times. Pero if hindi mo magamit, it will be saved to your account for 30 days lang. Kung halimbawa, hindi mo magamit within 30 days, okay lang. Kasi, pwede mo namang i-enter na lang ulit. Basta hindi mo pa uubos yung 5 times. Enter mo na lang ulit dun sa Deals tab. For Agoda activities naman, same process pero AATPT yung code natin. So, kasi sa Agoda, meron na rin silang mga tours, attraction tickets, passes. Ito namang AATPT will give you 5% off, maximum of 10 USD or 600 pesos. By using these codes, you also help us kasi we get credited for every booking na gumamit ng code na to at no extra cost to you. In fact, magkaka-discount ka pa nga. So, win-win ito for the both of us. Okay, let's get back to the video. I-discuss na natin what to do upon landing. Okay, step 1. Make your way to the immigration counters. Just follow the arrival signs and along the way, may madadaanan kayo na temperature check. So, kung mainit-init kayo, pwede kayong i-stop, ganyan. Tapos, pag narating nyo na yung immigration area, you'll find 2 main types of immigration gates. Kung foreign national ka, mas doon kayo pumila sa manual counters. May sign naman, so hindi naman kayo malilito, pero doon kayo sa manual counters kasi meron kayong mga kailangang ayusin. If you're a Philippine passport holder, you can use the electronic gates. It's usually much faster kesa dun sa manual. So, i-discuss na natin yan. Step 2, go through immigration check. Okay, so, nag-start yung bagong gates kasi na to noong December 2025. So, brand new ito and mas advanced na. Ganito yung itsura niyan. Bawal kasi mag-video or mag-photo dun sa immigration area, diba? So, ito kinuha lang natin sa website ng Bureau of Immigration. So, ganito siya gamitin. Una, step into the circle, tapos look at the camera. Kasi may face recognition feature ito, so madedetect niya yung face mo to confirm your identity. Well, ideally. Then, scan your passport's bio page. Tapos, ayun, okay na. Hindi mo na kailangang i-scan yung boarding pass. Di tulad dati na, di ba yung dati sobrang hirap niyang gamitin, lagi nag-e-error. Ngayon, konti na lang yung error and most of the time nag-e-error siya kasi walang e-travel yung nagsascan. I mean, like, ikaw as passenger, as traveler, dapat may e-travel ka, diba? So, kapag wala kang e-travel, mag-e-error siya. Kasi yung ibang mga nakasabay namin nung tong huling trip namin, lagi sila nag-e-error. Mga nasa kabilang gate sila, tapos error ng error. Tapos sabi ng immigration officer na nagbabantay, meron po ba kayong e-travel? Tapos sabi wala. So sabi, kaya doon nag-error kasi wala. So kapag wala kasing e-travel, mag-error siya talaga. So make sure na nagawa nyo na yung e-travel bago kayo gumamit ng mga e-gates. Part of it din is kasi 'di ba electronic siya or automated siya. So wala na talagang mag-check nung passport mo, ganyan. So kapag ka dumaan ka dito sa electronic gates or automated gates, wala nang stamp. Hindi masa-stamp yung passport mo. So yung only proof lang mo na pumasok ka na sa Pilipinas ay parang meron kang receipt na matatanggap sa email mo. Eh yung email na yon is connected dun sa e-travel form na ginamit mo. So kung wala yon, kung wala kang e-travel, hindi nila alam kung saan isi-send yung proof na pumasok ka nga sa Pilipinas. Kasi pagka-scan mo, may makukuha kang email na welcome to the Philippines, ganyan, blah, blah, blah. So, important na meron kayong e-travel form na nagawa na online bago kayo pumasok sa Pilipinas, whether automated gate siya or manual counter. Kung mas gusto niyo namang gumamit talaga ng manual counters, kasi ewan ko, baka mas gusto niyo na may stamp talaga kayo sa passport or kung anumang reason, ibibigay niyo lang yung passport niyo to the immigration officer. Tapos, pwede kayong tanungin ng immigration officer, ganyan. If you're a returning resident, mabilis lang naman yan. Hindi ito kasing strict ng kapag palabas ka ng Pilipinas kasi pauwi ka na nga, di ba? Once cleared, proceed na to the baggage claim area. So, yun yung step 3 natin. Claim your bags at the carousel. So, kapag pababa na kayo sa carousel area after ng immigration, meron kayong makikitang screens. Tingnan nyo lang yon para malaman kung ano yung carousel. Numbered kasi yan may mga numbers. Yung naka-assign dun sa flight ninyo. And usually, ina-announce din naman yan on board habang pababa kayo. Ina-announce nung flight attendant kung ano yung carousel number na dapat nyong puntahan. Yon. So, abangan nyo lang yung bag nyo and make sure you have the correct bag or suitcase. Kasi, di ba, most bags look alike and minsan alam mo yun, nag-mix up talaga. And it happens more than you think. Yun. Meron na kaming kakilala na ibang bag yung nauwi nila. Kasi kamukhang kamuka, pero hindi pala kanila yon. So, di ba may luggage tags naman? Tingnan nyo muna ng mabuti kasi baka may kamukha yung bag nyo. Lalo na kung very generic looking yung bag nyo. Kunyari, plain black or, di ba, maraming bags yung magkakamukha. So, be careful lang. Okay, step 4, undergo customs check or not. There are usually 2 lanes at the exit. Red lane for those na merong ide-declare na items and green para naman dun sa walang ide-declare. For most green lane travelers, you can just walk through. Most, kasi minsan nagra-random check sila. Pero kapag ka dun ka sa red lane naman, yung QR code mo pwedeng i-scan ulit. Actually, minsan din, kahit nasa green, minsan sinascan pa rin Ang magulo kasi ang daming changes ngayon sa airport so mahirap malaman. Pero once through, you'll emerge into the arrival hall. And at this point, pag-usapan na natin yung mga NAIA terminals. NAIA or Manila Airport has 4 terminals kasi. And importante na alam ninyo kung anong terminal yung gagamitin ng flight ninyo. Kasi hindi sila magkakalapit guys. Hindi tulad sa ibang bansa na talagang connected sila. Di ba? Merong iba na malalakad mo. Yung iba naman merong monorail. Yung sa atin kasi hindi. Magkakalayo siya and hindi sila kasing connected. Ayokong ilabas dito sa video na to kung ano yung mga terminal na naka-assign per airline. Kasi madalas nagbabago yung terminal assignments So, mas maganda to check yung official website ng NAIA and i-check nyo rin sa booking ninyo. Lalo na kapag nag-online check-in, nakalagay naman doon kung anong terminal yung gagamitin. Kung hindi kayo sure, you can message the airline directly. Okay, step number 5, secure your transportation out of the airport. Walang subway or train service na nagko-connect sa NAIA to the city center. We only have a few ways to get out of the airport. Yung pinaka-common ay UB Express na bus, taxi, and ride-hailing apps. Unahin natin yung UB Express. Kung yung hotel or yung pupuntahan nyo or bahay nyo, kung Pinoy kayo na uuwi, ay malapit sa mga terminals na to, Ayan, makikita nyo sa side, yung mga UB Express terminals, pwede kayo mag-UB Express. Ito yung best way talaga. Kung malapit kayo dito ha, so meron sa PTEX, 150 yung pamasahe, may UB Express din to Victory Liner Pasay, and Araneta City sa Cubao, 200 pesos naman yan. And kung taga Laguna kayo, may UB Express din papuntang Robinsons Santa Rosa. 300 pesos naman yan. So kung malapit kayo dyan, or yung hotel nyo, or pupuntahan nyo, or whatever, malapit dyan, tingnan nyo sa map, okay, mag-UB Express na lang kayo. And point-to-point ito, so hindi siya maraming, alam mo yun, hindi siya nagsa-stop anywhere along the way. Pero, UB Express picks up passengers at Terminal 3. Kung sa Terminal 3, across Bay 12 ng arrival area. If you're landing naman at Terminal 1, 2, or 4, kakailanganin mong mag-transfer to Terminal 3 muna. And kung gagamit ka nung yung parang inter-terminal chuchu nila, 50 pesos yung pamasahe doon. Tawag ko inter-terminal chuchu. Ang tawag doon is NAIA Loop. Ayan, NAIA Loop. Yun. Pero ang thing with NAIA Loop is it runs in one direction lang. So, it goes from Terminal 1 to Terminal 2, tapos Terminal 4, tapos Terminal 3. So, hindi mo magagamit yung UB Express bus or yung NAIA Loop yung NAIA Loop to go from Terminal 2 to 1. Kasi nga, one way lang siya. So, you'll have to find another way. And, by the way, as of this recording, yung Terminal 4, sarado pa siya kasi ginagawa pa siya. So, yun. Note na itong NAIA Loop ng UB Express ay iba pa dun sa NAIA Interterminal Shuttle Service na libre. Yun kasi, yung shuttle service ng NAIA, it's open only to passengers na merong connecting flight. And para magamit mo yon, kailangan mong magpakita ng proof na meron kang connecting flight na kailangang i-catch. Mas i-discuss natin yan later kasi pag-uusapan natin mamaya yung connecting flights. So, itong UB Express na NAIA Loop, may bayad to nga na 50 pesos. Okay, by taxi naman. Marami namang taxis na available sa lahat ng terminals pero hindi ko to ma-recommend wholeheartedly kasi nga, uso kasi yung overcharging sa atin dito. So, ayun, kung ayaw yung mas stress pagdating nyo sa Pilipinas, parang mas ginagamit ko na lang is yung mga ride-hailing app. Although ngayon, meron kasi silang tinatawag na Joyride Super Cab, pero hindi ko pa na-try. Mas ginagamit ko is Grab. So, pag-usapan natin yung Grab. So, make sure na meron kayong app and account with Grab para magamit nyo siya. Kung wala pa kayong Grab na app, ilalagay natin yung link sa description. Kung mag-grab kayo, ganito yung kailangan nyo gawin. Sa arrival hall, just follow the signs to the ride-hailing pick-up point. Sa labas na yon, and wait for your ride. Tapos yun, by the way, merong mga base na tinatawag or minsan mga parang pick-up area. So, sa Grab, i-specify nyo lang kung alin exactly. Kunyari, meron kasi mga A11, A12, o kaya B6, B7, ganyan. Para alam nung Grab driver exactly kung saang part nung airport ka pipick upin. So, yun. Kung point-to-point naman, kung Manila talaga yung final destination mo or malapit lang dito sa Manila, okay na. Pero what if Manila isn't your final destination? What if meron kang connecting flight na kailangang i-catch? Okay. First of all, if hindi ka pa nakakapag-book ng flights and you plan to connect at NAIA, make sure na you have plenty of layover time. Bigyan nyo yung sarili nyo ng madaming time allowance kasi delays are common and yung mga terminals natin nga, kaya nasabi ko kanina, are not close to each other. This is especially true if both your flights are on separate bookings or itineraries or may ibang PNR or yung booking code, 'di ba? If both ng flights mo ay nasa under one booking lang or meron lang one PNR or booking code, example, yung both legs are booked with the same airline or dalawang airline pero naka-code sharing agreement sila and yung bags nyo are checked through to your final destination, meaning sinabihan ka ng staff na ipipick up mo na lang yung bag mo sa final airport mo, doon sa final destination, ito yung kailangan yung gawin. Doon sa airport, paglabas nyo ng plane, follow the transfers signs instead of arrivals. Sometimes, if your next flight is already boarding, meron kayong mahikitang staff ng airline na nag-aabang, waiting for you, tapos they will guide you through. If you weren't given the boarding pass for your next flight dun sa airport of origin mo, pwede mong makuha ito sa transfer desk. Meron kayong makikitang transfer desk dun sa airport. Otherwise, proceed to the security check and punta na kayo sa assigned gate ninyo. Pero if yung both legs ng flight ninyo ay nasa separate bookings, kunyari, Hong Kong to Manila, tapos Manila, Cebu, tapos magkaiba sila ng airline, medyo mas complicated siya a little bit. I-follow nyo pa rin yung steps 1 to 4 na shinare ko kanina. So, di ba, paglapag nyo, dadaan kayo ng immigration, pick up your bags, daan kayong customs, ganyan. So, yun pa rin yun. Pero, after that, if your next flight is at the same terminal, akyat lang kayo to the departures level, tapos mag-check-in kayo ulit. Tapos clear security checks again. Tapos if yung next flight nyo kasi is international then dadaan ulit kayo ng immigration check. Then wait for your next flight at the assigned boarding gate. Again, assuming na hindi mo kailangang mag-transfer ng another terminal. Pero what if magta-transfer ka, kunyari from terminal 1, lilipat ka ng terminal 3. So, ganito naman siya. There may be free transfers between terminals sa airside, so you won't need to clear immigration and i-check in yung bags ulit. I see maybe kasi, honestly ako, hindi ko pa talaga na-experience na mag-connect sa airside dito sa NAIA. Pag sinabi nating airside, meaning hindi ka lumalagpas ng immigration check mula sa eroplano. So, hindi ka pa technically pumapasok ng Pilipinas. So, yun yung airside. So, ideally, pwede kang avail ng free transfer from one terminal to another na hindi ka nagki-clear ng immigration. Basta nga, meron kang connecting flight. Pero yun nga, hindi ko pa naranasan yan, so hindi ako 100% sure about it. What I'm positive of is, merong free interterminal shuttle service sa land side after clearing immigration. Again, it's free of charge dun sa land side. So land side, paglagpas mo ng immigration. Air side, before ka lumagpas ng immigration. Okay, yan. If you're transferring naman from international to domestic flight, ganito yung mangyayari. If yung dalawang flights are booked separately and meron silang dalawang PNR or booking code, ganun pa rin, you'll follow the steps 1 to 4 na sinabi ko kanina, lagay ulit natin dito sa side, tapos check into your domestic flight. So, yan, mas straightforward naman yun. But sometimes, even if it's under the same PNR or booking code, since not all domestic airports in the Philippines have customs, you may still be required to pick up your bags and go through customs at NAIA. Tapos, drop the bags at the transfer desk and sila na yung mag-move to your next domestic flight. And there you have it. Enjoy your flight and have a safe trip. If you have questions, comment nyo lang sa comment section below and try nating sagutin kung alam namin yung sagot. On that note, let's give a shout out to our tipiters of the week! Actually, sinushoot natin yung video na to at around the same time as my birthday. So maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga nag-greet, sa mga comments, DM, sa Facebook, IG, TikTok. So thank you sa inyo, sa mga nag-greet, ganyan. Pero i-shoutout ko lang tong dalawa na nag-DM sila. So una is si Bim Bim, sabi niya, happiest birthday Yosh, been silent follower of you and Vince for years now. Thanks for introducing me to the world of traveling on a budget. Cheers to another year to explore more countries and cities. Salamat sa iyo, Bim Bim. Maraming salamat sa support all these years. And yung second naman is si Bon. Sabi niya, hello po, you are my idol po, and just letting you know, at ngayon ko lang din nalaman na magka-birthday po tayo. Happy birthday din sa iyo, Bon. Ayan, balita ko ay mababait yung mga ka-birthday natin. So yan. Maraming salamat sa inyong dalawa. Pero bukod sa inyo, isa-shoutout na rin natin lahat ng mga nag-comment sa previous video natin about long-haul flights. So, hello sa inyo at Mara Charmaine, at Dan's Another Story, at Cycler2462, at SHNGRBN, at Shea, at Joe Paralinhug, 4604, at Shadow Feline, at Lemons and Tangerine, at Anacleta6954, at AZ21. Maraming salamat sa inyo. And sa mga nanonood ng video na to, we also want to hear from you. Mag-comment lang kayo kahit ang sabihin nyo lang is hi from Laguna or hi from Dubai, di ba? Kasi may mga OFWs din na nakikinig sa atin. And babasahin natin, isa-shoutout natin kayo sa next video. Yung pag-comment nyo, malaking tulong yan sa mga videos natin. And if you find this video helpful, please subscribe to this channel, ring the bell beside it, and turn on notifications. And syempre, use our promo codes then for discount. That's Agoda TPT for Agoda Hotels, AATPT for Agoda Activities, and the Poor Traveler Klook for Klook Hotels and Activities. That's all for now. Remember, plan smart, travel safe, and make every trip worth it!